comes to the Leo Clubus, but I was listening to the video. It's music, and then there's a guy reading poetry, and it sounds so much like what the introduction starts out of. Starts off saying, and you'll find the connections to that. And we were reading a little bit of that, and I kind of admire how somewhat poetic, kind of flowering language, and not really the most concrete thing as as that author was writing, but then again it is an introduction. So Leo Concert, we're going to be starting music for that, okay? There will not be a Leo theme song for either the astrology songs like Cancer, and also the Just Peachy. We're not doing anything for that because I just don't care for a couple of the Just Peachy and then the astrology songs, because that's what that other thing was called off of the Cancer. But we're going to be using the Just Peachy for Pisces. We're going to be using it for Scorpio. We're going to be using it for Capricorn, Libra, Virgo. I kind of admire the kind of handyman, handywoman impression. Cancer, not really. Taurus, yes. Aries, maybe. So, a good amount of signs, but, let me tell you, this is kind of in advance. When we get to Scorpio season, I'm going to be finding really, really great music for that, and I think that you're all going to really, like, the music and just how fascinating a Scorpio, because I don't understand that zodiac sign. It's so just far, just away from just so many things, and it's very, very complex. And I have none of it in my chart, which I'm not really disappointed about. But I know that you're a Scorpio sun, so you're probably going to be running. The club is for that. If you were to come here, and teaching the songs and everything. And we're going to get into a lot of minor key songs, which is going to be really, really pretty and a really, really exciting, interesting concert and themes and activities that we're going to be getting into with Scorpio. It's going to be a really, really, really neat time. So, Leo concert, I kind of already talked about that. There'll be kind of images, projected probably of, the lion, famous Leos, so many things. So, there will also be a concert for Zach Callison, our mentioned person. So there'll be a concert for you, and we'll be performing songs that that you're famous for. Phantom Love, Familiar, and also the Christy Only Knows. And should I mention the songs that we record and you put on your channel, we'll be singing to as well, and we'll be making them really elegant choral performances. And I think it'll be a really, really special moment if in one of those songs you were probably standing in front of the choir as they were singing. Singing behind you. I think that's going to be really, really special. I just really like that effect. So we'll, I plan to do Phantom Love and Familiar during Zach Callison's concert, but it's very, very brief concert because I decided to cut those songs, and we attempted to get into the Phantom Love, and I just decided not to. And we may use Phantom Love and the Christy Only Knows songs and Whistling in the Dark again for Scorpio season. You don't know what I'll be having in mind during that time. So the next thing is Charles Pizer musical. We're going to be working on that again, and of course, you'll having the mind of all that we have, so you can hit the mind button, and I'll be just resuming my teaching with you on that. So we'll be learning the music, learning the story of it. I think that today would be a good day if we would delve into the history books that I have and learn about the 1800s and the real story and the real emotional thing that we're getting into. Learning the music, coming up with it together, composing it, and then when we have all, because I'm planning on having other people and all your lines learn and singing absolutely where we need them to be, that's where I'm going to be holding checklists and sign-ups and probably auditions for the other roles in this song that all of you, if you want to, this is completely optional if you're interested or fascinated or whatever the reason might be, and other mentioned people and guests and staff and all those kind of things, if they would be interested in taking part in the Charles Pizer soundtrack and album, and maybe we could be recording it kind of like a movie or music videos. So that's something. Now, the next thing is Deborah Silverman's book, The Missing Element. Now, I already feel that I kind of know what the book is about, and I know, kind of the analogy that she made about the, four tires on a car and everything. And this book, there will not be a clubhouse for it. During our meetings, daily, we will be getting into certain sections of that book, okay? There'll be a time reserved when we'll get into that, but I really want you to use that book for yourselves, because that's what it's intended for, to, understand yourself, love yourself, have compassion and appreciation for yourself and others, and what you have a lot of what is imbalanced, how to get that balance back. So everybody is going to be having a copy of that book, okay? And I really, really recommend that you all look at it. We're going to be going through different sections of it, collective sections. I'll have to go through and see what it's all about when I get it, but different sections of it here, during our meetings, because the four elements are really, the simplest and really, the most important things is understanding the four elements and understanding, what part do they have in our lives and what role and value, that they have connecting to us, and how to balance and how to, understand and appreciate and have compassion for others. That's what, really astrology is about. And Deborah Silverman is going to be probably going through a couple of the sections, but, I want to take the honors and do that. Okay, so she'll be here with that, okay? She was here doing Gemini season, and, she, really took, a lot of role in that clubhouse. And speaking of which, that kind of leads me into the next thing that I want to talk to you about. It was in Gemini clubhouse meetings. Now, as I said, we're not going to be doing the full out Leo season today. because this astrological season, because I didn't have it in my chart. I think that there will be time and opportunities where Aries and Gemini clubbists from Aries and Gemini seasons will be meeting, as we'll get more in detail and delve and study and learn more about Aries and Gemini. Now, the books will be arriving tomorrow. I ordered them, actually, my third in command head curator ordered them yesterday in the morning on July 26th. They will be here tomorrow on the 28th, so that you can get your copy of The Missing Element. Okay? And these are from Amazon. I think that, on her website she said that I'll, put your chart in, the first page of the book, but so be it. We ordered it from Amazon. So, 2 things down the way. Now, I want to still talk about Leo season. There will be some very, very important and very special, one-of-a-kind celebrities and invention guests coming to the invention during this Leo season. Okay, and I think that's going to be really exciting, really special and pleasureful, great experience and opportunity. They are Millie Ann Esposito, who you all know from Ciao Italia. She was born on August the 3rd, and she will be coming. She'll be here from the 5th through the 10th of August. Okay, so so that's when she'll be here after her birthday, because she needs to celebrate it. I don't want to, have people come here when it's their birthday. They should, deserve to celebrate it at their home with their family or whatever the plan is. So she'll be coming. As you know, we'll be what we will be doing is we'll be watching episodes of Ciao Italia. There will be cooking classes where she'll be teaching, and you'll get to cook the most famous recipes with her and enjoy meals and experiences with her, and really having great quality time, and going to do-on-dos and having wonderful dinners there with her during those 5 days that she's going to be here. Alamelu Viravan, I believe she is going to be here from the 11th through the 14th. So Alamelu, you've seen Helpful Indian Flavors with Alamelu, making helpful, really flavorful, simple, home cooking Indian food. So August 11th through 14th, she'll be here and showing great recipes and doing the same thing. We'll watch her episodes. Jill Vertes, from the Dance Mom, she was here in May because she is a Leo Sun. Maybe she has some fashion things. She'll be here. She'll be coming here, arriving here from August 16th, 17th, and 18th. So about 3 days. Okay. Well, actually, 17th, 18th, and 19th. She said she'll be here August 17th, 18th, and 19th. Alright? And then what's going to be happening is tomorrow, Jada Del Rentis will be coming to the Minton. She'll be coming here. She'll be so July 28th through August 3rd. So that's when she'll be here. So it'll start off, the real Leo season for us. Okay, so you obviously know who she is. was in Food Network Star. She has a couple cooking shows, God at Home in Italy. We'll be watching those, and we'll be, doing the same things, making recipes, and, showing experiences, having a meal, having certain meals, and doing really, really fun things that she probably has in mind. Now, I know it seems like really, really big things coming at you, but they're going to be kind of small things. I think the really big thing is the biology club. I think it's going to take up a lot of my time, and it's probably going to go, into the fall. I'm probably planning on that. So biology clubus, I already told you about that, so we don't need to worry about it. I'm also having a math group. Remember, way back in June, when I had that math group, there were people from, not Maya Minton, but, Labimbi Cockpins or Labimbi Groises, or Labimbi Boo Bell or Bell Books, or Tenson's, Minton's, Labimbi, all of those people, Labimbi Grosjean's, Minton, all those things. They were coming here because I would be teaching them different math concepts certain days. And I started it off, but I just was so busy during that time with meetings and obligations that I had with the Minton and everything, with all the plans going on. And so I canceled. And so I'm going to finish what I start, which is going to really tie into the moon in Virgo. Because remember, Deborah Silverman said that on your birthday, there is a solar return chart. Whatever placements in in your chart when you were born is going to get influenced with the placements that appear in your chart, come, on your birthday, year by year. So for this year, I have the moon in Virgo. So that might explain, a couple of things. So I'm going to be finishing what I started. They're going to be meeting here tomorrow, is when they're going to be coming, and should be kind of fun. So, let's see here. Now, I'm actually going to sit down so I don't have to stand up anymore. It's kind of exhausting for me to stand up. So I'm going to sit down because I want to talk to Thea Minton about why we're going to be watching these couple of videos. So I've gotten through my announcements that I needed. Now I'm going to have a conversation with all of you about something. So I'm just going to move this out of the way so that I can do this effectively. Excuse me. Okay. Oh, she left on Super Nanny. July 16th was her last day. So let's see here. Now, I just want to tell you about what happened. And I'm going to bring this up to the whole mention. It's kind of a couple days gone and water under the bridge. But I'm just going to tell you. So, when I go to Corning, to see family members. And I was going there, and we were getting things packed up, ready to leave. And, that's why, I don't ride, the buses with you home, because of the whole family thing. So I was at the Corning house that you all know, that you toured, and I know that some of you have complaints about it smelling like smoke and smelling like the dog, and I really, really don't blame you, because in my house, I have a zero tolerance policy for smoking. and drugs. And I think that anybody is perfectly reasonable if they forbid that in their homes. I certainly do because it smells really bad. I don't want to have to smell it. It's hygienically bad, uh, um, uh, bodily unhealthy, and it's just a really disgusting bad habit. Um, so I was still getting things packed and ready, and then there was a political comment made that was just brought up into the air, and then that just set off, the gradual volcano, or the forest fire from there. Like a spark was lit because we were all ready to go, and then something just really negative happened. So, my grandma brought up something having to do with the government and something having to do with something that's been happening lately that you probably, this mention is not involved in, political matters. I'm not. I'm, uh, I'm not, and I never was, about um, protests in Portland on Black Lives Matter. People, I know that, a lot of you have been probably watching the news or reading news, articles about that. I haven't. But so something was brought up. And I want to talk about, because I said earlier that my, um, yeah, is Leo's son. And he couldn't, help himself. And apparently that was, went too far, you know, spark that just set the whole thing off. So, it turned from just a political argument, political argument from one side to the other, left from right. I don't know how that works really, because as you know, I kind of live a sheltered life to, politics, and all of you do, because I don't bring up any things that happen, to the event in, because I don't care and I don't know anything about that. Now, you know, and I I certainly wanted to leave the Corning house in peace. I wanted a pleasant ending to it. Um, I didn't want, an ending and a departure on, on a negative note. So then what happened was just really unbelievable to me. It was very humiliating. It was very just incredibly offensive and appalling. And I can't get it out of my mind. And when I came home, I was not a happy camper. I was not a happy camper. I was very, very mad and very disappointed. And I already told you. And additionally, someone came in, and I know who it was. It was Abby Lee. She came in, stole my best cloning machines because she knew which ones were the good, and I'm so thankful that my second in command, head curator, founder in jail now, got them back and everything. I told him, I will not leave the Invention and, come back and it's not exactly how I left it, and if it's not exactly how I left it, that'll be a positive change rather than a negative change, But I will say that sometimes, even the negative, so, more, just, whatever it is, kind of the home, aspect of it. But anyway, I was just really mad and really appalled because the language used, shouting, and I, probably shouldn't tell you, but I want to tell you because I'm tying this into astrology. The F word was used. The F word was used a couple times. When I am that heated, when I'm feeling that furious, I approach it in a manner that's probably screaming and shouting, but I don't cuss and I don't insult or offend people to the level that um, um, that he did. And that's really why I was a little bit tough and really pushy. I really pushed you around and said you need to remember, and I don't want to dwell on it, but getting rid of those songs that have those curse words in them. I was kind of pushy to you on that, and very strict about it, really demanding, and bossy to you that you need to get rid of that, and I think that proved the reason why. Um, and so just the whole thing erupted, and everyone was mad at everybody, and just really, really angry, really, really bad, unconducive environment, to the point where we were, we went out, and the olive branch was not laid, and there was just kind of a tail in relationships. So yeah, that was just the synopsis of it. But so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be watching. No, I do not have that. Let's see here. Yeah. So actually, just because I feel like I don't want to do it, I want you all to go in and watch Sun and Leo, Moon and Scorpio. It says if you go into Deborah Silverman, July 27th and 28th, I want you to see the horoscope for that. And then I also want you to go into Signs Under Pressure and see the Signs Under Pressure video for Leo. Okay? And maybe the anxiety and astrology as well, which you all seen those videos. And also, if you haven't seen all of those videos, I really want you to go in and see the full playlist of all of those because, you'll list all the ones in your natal charts because you're not only just your sun sign, there's other signs you may find something that you can just relate to with that. So please go in and watch that. Tomorrow, sometime tomorrow, we're going to be having a meeting after the missing element come here, and we're probably just going to just barely get into it. And we're going to be watching a couple Deborah Silverman trailer videos about it. Okay, so Leo Clevis will not be meeting today. That will be meeting every other day. I'm going to have the math group come in the evening. It's an evening class and everything. So from 7 through like 7:45, about that time. And then the Leo meetings will be from 2:30 to about 3:10 or something like that, but really there's no ending time. So 2:30 is when the Leo Club starts tomorrow, and then the same day will be the Math Clubus, which you don't need to know about. But every other day, Leo Clubus will be meeting. Okay, as you should know, that's how it works. I think I set times in stone. And then today, at about 2:30 this afternoon, is when that is when that biology clubus starts. And today we're going to be scratching the surface of ecology. Okay, so that's all that I want to talk to you about. Thank you for coming to the meeting, everybody. I really want you to have a wonderful rest of your morning and your day. Tomorrow you can all look forward to having a book delivered to you on the missing element, and I really hope that you'll use that for your benefit. And the thing is, before you read that book, and while you're reading that book, what I would actually probably have is, because Deborah Silverman didn't do it, I would go on Astro.com. If you go to the official Minton website, you'll find a Minton Astrology right next to a Minton Customs, a Minton Customary Resemblances. Just to the right of that is a Minton Astrology. Click on that, and you'll find like what looks like a category and search bar, and then there'll be like little links along the side, and one of them is Astro.com natal chart calculator. You'll click that, okay, which will take you to a page that will ask you to put in your birth information, name, day, month, year, time that you were born, city, country that you were born, and then submit that, okay, and then it's going to show up with your charts that you can know, so that you can have that, to look at as you're reading, okay, and you know what specific sections to look at. So if you're not necessarily using it for, reading it for interest of, for reason of interest, you're reading it for, the reason of importance, if to really help to understand and fall in love with yourself and understand what you need to improve upon, or get into a balance, okay? So that's really Deborah Silverman's, like, one of her big things is her book, The Missing Element. And if we're watching Deborah Silverman, and if she's at my Minton, then I see no reason why not to have her book. Okay? So, that's all I want to tell you about. Thank you very much, and have a great day. That's all I want to say.